Right, guys, if you're watching this, that means I've decided to start early on the CX Roulette. The main plan is from the first Tuesday in October. From then on, it'll be each week. But this one is probably going to be a bit early, probably not on a Tuesday because I want to get the premise out there. I want to show off how it's going to be, and we'll roll from there. So if you're seeing this, I released this like a week earlier than I really want. Not really wanted to. I released this a week early to show you what it's going to be like. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you'll enjoy.
PS Too Many Games.
Hey guys, welcome to a new sub-series of the channel, Cex Roulette Tuesdays. As the name will suggest, each Tuesday we will open up one game that I've bought online from CEX. And hopefully it'll be in very good condition. So why am I doing this? Well, now that we're over halfway to the full PS2 PAL collection, we're going to get to the point where there's going to be some games which are going to be harder to find. And simply put, this way each week I will at least get one new game each week. And there are some games that I still have not seen a physical copy of. I mean, I've seen them online, but I've never seen a physical copy of. CX can basically fill the voids in for those reasonably expensive games that I've never seen one copy of yet. Might sound stupid. Games like Postman Pat, right? Postman Pat's like a £15 game, but I've never seen a copy of it yet physically. CEX do not have any copies of it at all at the moment. It's one of those like really rare games, but it's not expensive. Anyway, for this sub-series, there are going to be some basic rules. First rule, obviously I'll be buying at least one game a week. Maybe more than one, depends. But the money I'll be spending at least £25 accumulatively. So it might be two games that come to more than £25 together, or it might be just one game that is obviously more than £25. There'll be 5 things I mostly look for. Obviously the obvious one, disc quality. But obviously case quality, we can change cases if need be. That's one of those things that you can do quite easily. Has to come with a manual. That is basically my most important detail. If no manual, most likely going to send it back. There will be a few differences. For instance, like really expensive games, anything over like 70 quid, if it has no manual, then I might just have to print one out kind of thing, because they're not easy to find. They really aren't. Obviously, if it comes with, it has to be actually the right game.
Well, no shit.
So let's go into the reason why CX Roulette is quite a known thing now. Simply put, the CEX pickers aren't the brightest people. And by that I mean, actually that's not fair. They're probably in a rush to meet quotas, and sometimes they make mistakes. By sometimes I mean like 40% of the time they'll make mistakes. But sometimes these mistakes can be beneficial for the buyer. For instance, if you want to buy Budokai 1, the first one, £5 for instance. And I've seen this happen, and you get the game, it's the right case, you open it up, and the disc inside is Budokai Tenkaichi 3, which is not the right game, but it's literally worth 10 times what you paid for originally. That's a win. That's probably not going to happen for me, but that can actually happen. I've seen it happen. In fact, there's actually a Facebook chat for CX Roulette finds and wins. Search for it on Facebook, it's actually kind of hilarious. But simply put, also, for some reason, people do the game opening, box opening is quite popular for YouTube, so I thought I'd give it a crack. If I enjoy doing it, I'll keep doing it. If I don't, you might see this series go by the wayside. But I do plan to make this weekly. This is going to be literally every Tuesday, between 7 and half 7, depends on what time I feel. And the normal episode will be probably at weekenders. So we are aiming to do 2 episodes a week now. The main episode, and this is the sub CEX Roulette episode. Hopefully going to be about 10 to 15 minutes long, depending on how much detail I go into on the games and such. You might have also noticed that the camera's at a different angle than usual. That's because I've actually bought myself now an actual camera stand. There is actually a full camera stand with light behind this right now. Actually reasonably cheap, cheap for me anyway. I'm actually quite late with it, because not only am I not putting the camera, my phone obviously, the phone in an awkward position, it actually gives me a much more better vantage point. If you might also notice, by the way, one of my main stands is actually reasonably empty at the moment. If you've been not paying attention, if you've been watching my shorts, I've started rebuilding the main stand on the wall, and currently at the moment, if I swing it around, I wonder if it's going to work. No, not going to work. It's set. That's the camera stand. Leave that in. That's just the way it is. So I'll share it at one point, but at the moment there is literally 800 games on this one stand. I'm not a great builder, but I stand at the moment. I'm probably going to get help from my brother because he's a significantly better builder, and there's no lean in stand right now. But when I look at how many games there are, I can always do with extra supports. So that'll be maybe a video in itself. I don't know. But anyway, we actually have the first game to go. We're going to go to a different room now. Obviously, you're going to see my hands. You won't see my face. You'll hear me. That's the way it's going to be. And obviously, you're going to see me unboxing the game, going through it one by one. So let's do this. And you'll see what game I picked first. And I'll go into detail why. See you on the other side.
Better be good.
Well, as you can see right now, we've got our table and we've got our cloth. This is a temporary cloth. I'm hoping to get a black, like vinyl cloth, the one you use for like tabletop games, because I kind of like that kind of stuff. It makes it smoother, keeps the casing thing. But as you can see, this is our first CX package. Bit concerned there's a bit of like damage here, like water kind of thing. It hasn't rained today, so where the hell that come from, I have no idea. Slightly concerning. Also, for obvious reasons, I removed any kind of hint of my address. For blatantly obvious reasons. So, the first game I picked for this was Demolition Girl. Why did I pick Demolition Girl? As mentioned in the last CEX price decrease episode, it's been coming down in price quite well. It was usually like 50 quid near the start of this year. It's now 32. So it's probably best to buy this now before it goes back up in price. That's what I've done. I have no desire to actually, like, well, I got the desire to get this game, but it wasn't like top 10, let's be honest about it. It was just a case of finances. Get it now before it goes back up in price. Demolition Girl, I've been told mixed things about. It's a good game, it's a bad game. It's one of those games you've got to play it for yourself. You've literally got to see how you feel. Yeah, it's one of those things. Anyway, we're going to start pretty much opening this right now. If I do it this way. Oh, let's see. Yeah, let's do this. Alright. Just silent. As usual, the packaging is terrible. Just literally like a gaping void in this package. It's hilarious. We get the paperwork out of the way. As you can see, as you can clearly state, if we hopefully, if I can like zoom in a little. Sorry. No, the light is literally okay. I will come to you. As you can clearly see, this is a £32 game. Demolition Girl. First of all, the case is actually appears to be in fantastic condition, literally like clean as can be. That's a good point. So I was very happy with that. Let's have a look inside. Comes with manual, which is obviously one of the main points. If we can just let's see. And once again, barely used. No like paper damage, no like thing damage. So this manual is actually in fantastic condition. Good properties. Right, here comes the main part. The actual disc itself. Front side seems no damage, but the back side. Okay. Hopefully you can see this. Literally, apart from like let's see, where my finger is right now, next to it is like a line, a strange line. Doesn't look like a scratch. It looks like some kind of like. Nah, that's a scratch. That's a reasonable scratch. Apart from that one, maybe half scratch, the disc is actually in near mint condition. So I will test this. But on first impressions, this is a definite keep. But I will test play it. Obviously, just out of curiosity for people watching this, do you prefer the old school like blue discs or just the normal like silver disc backing? Because obviously they started with this, then they changed their mind because it was a bit. I don't know why they changed it, but obviously they did. Jesus Christ. Sorry for that lisp. Obviously, this game is made by 505 Game Street, so it's going to be a reasonably well-made game. Basically, as I understand the concept of this game, you are a gigantic woman, and either you're there to stop a monster destroying Tokyo, or you're there to destroy Tokyo. But if you look at the front cover, yeah, they made sure to put the woman in a bikini. Sex sold in the early 2000s, one of those things. So, for first Cex Roulette, this is a most definite win. Games are probably going to go for the future. I do need to get like the Mega Man X games. Well, by that, the 2 Mega Man games on PS2. Obviously, 10,000 Bullets is one I'm going to definitely get probably before the end of this year. So I've been looking for that for some time. But anyway, for a first round for Cex Roulette, this is very good. Happily keeping this. We'll need to sort out the light. Well, probably move to a different part of this room. Now I'm going to throw it back to myself in the future. See you then.
The future.
So as you've seen, this is a definite keep. Round 1 of CX is a very big win. As I say, it's going to be a weekly thing every Tuesday. I don't know what game I'm going to go through next, but we shall see, because I've got to pick it in the next 2 or 3 days. Yes, I'm very happy as how it went. As I noted in the earlier on, I'm not going to keep the red cloth. I'm going to try and get a black silk cloth. Silk cloth. Anyway, also probably going to end up getting a different camera to my phone. I like using my phone, but I would like a different camera at the same time. But probably most importantly, need to get a better microphone, one where you can clearly hear me. You know what I mean? But I am on a budget, so be a bit of a time. So anyway, thank you for watching this episode. Please comment and like, maybe even subscribe if you feel necessary to. I would appreciate it immensely. So as I said, 2 episodes a week. This will be the mini episode. Main episode will be more to like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just the way it's going to be from now on. Obviously, we'll still go obviously game hunting, but there will be occasional peripheral episode now. Top 10s, depends how I feel. Just, you know what I mean. Just it's the way we're going to go from now on. But obviously the main part of this channel, and it will be forevermore, is to complete the PAL collection. Probably sooner rather than later, but it's going to take a couple of years. I think we know that by now. I mean, it's going to take quite a while. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of the day. See you later, guys.